Welcome to the Grateful Living podcast. I'm your host, Talisha Meyer. I'm a published author, writer, holistic massage practitioner, empath, intuitive, and light worker. Join us for this week's episode. Hi, beautiful souls. Today we're diving into something that quietly shapes everything we do, think, and believe: our paradigms. If you've ever wondered why you keep bumping up against the same fears, why you hesitate to take that next step, or why you find yourself repeating old cycles, it's not because you're lazy, unmotivated, or incapable. It's because of the paradigms and self-limiting beliefs running quietly in the background of your mind. So what exactly is a paradigm? A paradigm is essentially a mental blueprint, a collection of beliefs, habits, and emotional patterns that form the lens through which we see the world. It's the programming of the subconscious mind. We inherit many of these paradigms early in life from family, culture, school, and experiences that shaped what we believe is possible, safe, or realistic. For example, if you grow up hearing phrases like money doesn't grow on trees, or you have to work twice as hard to be taken seriously, you likely internalize scarcity or struggle as normal. Or if love was inconsistent or conditional growing up, your paradigm around relationships might now associate closeness with fear or instability. Paradigms aren't inherently good or bad, they're just what your mind learned to keep you safe. But as you evolve, many of these old safety codes begin to feel restrictive. They stop you from expanding, trusting, or receiving. So what's the difference between paradigms and self-limiting beliefs? Self-limiting beliefs are the conscious expressions of those deeper paradigms. They sound like, I'm not good enough, things never work out for me, I don't deserve love unless I prove myself, I can't make money doing what I love. These beliefs feel true because they've been reinforced by repetition and experience. The subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's true and what's familiar. It only seeks to feel safe. That's why change can feel uncomfortable even when we know it's good for us. Your nervous system may interpret expansion as danger simply because it's unfamiliar. So how do paradigms form? Most paradigms are formed before the age of 7, when we're living in a highly suggestible brainwave state. We absorb beliefs from our parents, teachers, and environments without question. If your parents were anxious about money, your subconscious recorded that anxiety as truth. If you were constantly told to be the good girl or to not make a fuss, you may have formed a paradigm around people-pleasing or self-expression. If your family valued survival over self-expression, you might find yourself constantly working or fixing instead of allowing rest or joy. The key here is these paradigms were never your fault. They were inherited codes of safety. But as an adult, you have the power to choose new ones. So how do we begin to shift a paradigm or rewrite a limiting belief? It starts with awareness. You can't change what you're not conscious of. Start noticing the phrases or thoughts that come up the most often when you're about to do something new or uncomfortable. Do they sound like fear, doubt, or protection? Instead of judging them, get curious. Where did I learn that? Whose voice is this really? Then comes compassion. You can't fight a paradigm into submission. You must meet it with understanding. Because every belief, no matter how limiting, once had a positive intention: to keep you safe, accepted, or loved. Once you brought awareness and compassion, the next step is reprogramming through consistent practice. This can look like daily affirmations that speak to a new truth you want to embody, EFT tapping or somatic release to create safety in the body, journaling from your higher self perspective, visualization of the version of you who already believes something different. Remember, it's not just about saying new words, it's about feeling safe enough in your body to actually believe them. When you begin this work, things may feel a little shaky. The old paradigm might try to pull you back, not because you're failing, but because the familiar feels safe. Be patient. Every time you choose a new thought, a new action, or a new emotional response, you're creating new evidence for a new paradigm. You might notice subtle shifts like being more confident in your boundaries, less reactive in old patterns, or more trusting of your timing. Those are signs of rewiring. Healing is a process of teaching your body that it's safe to choose differently. So here are some reflective journal prompts for you. What belief or thoughts do I repeat most often that hold me back from expansion or joy? Where do I think I've learned those beliefs? What would I rather believe instead? And how would that version of me feel, act, and show up in life? How can I help my body feel safe with this new belief today? If today's episode resonated with you and you're ready to explore the paradigms that have been shaping your healing, business, or relationships, this is exactly the kind of work we do in my one-on-one sessions. It's a safe space to uncover the stories your inner child learned, integrate your shadow, and build new patterns rooted in safety and self-trust. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at _grateful_living.